Greetings, beautiful soul. Now today I'm going to share with you a wonderful Pleiadian energy in the Pleiadian alignment from Rio Negro thermal waters, volcanic thermal waters spot in the Costa province in Costa Rica. So currently I am in the piscina pool, which has a 37 degree, 98 Fahrenheit. It's one of the coolest one. It definitely the temperature rise up, but I'm starting here. Let me just show you really quickly. It has a beautiful hanging bridges, several kind of the pools, and down is the river. Maybe you can just hear it, but after you warm yourself enough, you warm your bones and sponge all that healing energy in, you can cool yourself into the river. And you can also here use a volcanic mud, the volcanic ashes mixed with the water, which makes the mud, and you can put it all on your body and just enjoy all the wonderful benefits of it. So let's clean up the crawling ants out of here, and let me share with you definitely lots of ants, a Pleiadian message I have for you for our time in the Pleiadian alignment. So for those who know me or follow me for a while, I often says everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as a coincidence. So I happen to be on this Pleiadian alignment here, and because I'm sending the energy, so many of you who join me in this Pleiadian alignment, thank you for joining me and believing me and working with me for so many years. I'm sharing with you this energy. Now, energy and everything around has consciousness. So as I'm sharing my video with you, we all connect to the same consciousness, to that same way of the thinking, right? Because the consciousness is our emotions and our mind, our thoughts. And when you look at the video, when you read my books or anybody else, you, for that time of the being, connect with the consciousness of the person who presents you the particular material. So here we are now. Pleiadians always speak about observing, saying as above, so below. So as above in the cosmos, so below here on the earth, because that's where we are right now, right? And also looking for that huge microcosm within the microcosm of our bodies. So thinking of the volcanic thermal waters of the volcano, which Costa Rica is so rich and abundant in, and our body, we want to find out how it can relate to Pleiadians, how it can relate to the ancient aliens and our ancestors. What does it mean really to us? How does it relate to our body and our consciousness? How we can embody it and how we can benefit from it, right? So in the May Pleiadian alignment, we are embodying the energy. We are finding what is it that we would like to manifest within this year. Whenever it is and whenever it is a health, abundance, or something that you would like to, bring into your life, that is a physical thing that you want to manifest it. But before it manifest, before it solidify within your life, that you can really physically show, here it is, there are the few key points that you need to do. You need to figure it out what is that you want. Because if you are vague about it, then you may be very surprised what you will receive. Then you need to find how does it feel within you, and then you need to think about it quite often. And that is the basic recipe. Now, the energy here, how it will support us in what is it that we want. So I've been traveling around the world. Last year I was in the Budapest in the thermal waters, and in the Florida in the thermal waters, very different kind of the energy. And so this year is in the Costa Rica in the volcanic waters. The volcano itself is hot, right? It's a hot fire, lava. It's a hot, fiery energy. And hot fiery energy will go with our second chakra, that creativity and abundance, which will transform into the passion. So the passion itself will connect to that hot fiery energy, that orange color within your second chakra. So if we think about what I told you in the formula of the manifesting, there's this emotion that you need to have. So naturally you need to be passionate about what is that you would like to manifest, and then has to be your flavor of the passion, right? Writing the book would have a little different than manifesting a successful business, or manifesting physical healing, or manifesting a soulmate. Just want to give you the idea that you have to flavor it a little bit with your personal emotions, that a passion within you get flavor with the personal emotions. Now, if we look as above, so below, the microcosm to the microcosm, you're gonna look to that aura energy. So kind of like that distant energy out there that pulls through the electromagnetic field everything within your body. Now, as it works here, it works in the Pleiades. When that energy gets pulled into the body, it connects within our body with our organs and with our thinking process. Now, obviously, the consciousness works everywhere within this universe. So if the consciousness is part of our soul mind energy, our emotions and our thinking process, our beautiful mind, then it must work exactly the same in the Pleiades or anywhere else. But here we are connecting on the Pleiades. And when that thinking consciousness, or the consciousness, because it's always thinking, is the knowledge, gets sent on this particular time through the sun, connect to our central sun and perceive within our sun, we start embodying it, we start feeling it and thinking it. But that is not enough itself for the manifestation. It has to come and literally merge with your body. And that's what happens when you bring it into your nervous system. So volcanic energy, it's actually a very triggering to the nervous system. Now, that's what I found from my own personal experience. Feeling this energy, it really activates every nerve within your body. And that may be for some people pleasant experience, for some it may be overwhelming. That is when you really go and you says, oh my God, I'm too empathic, I'm feeling everything. My every body, every cell within the body, every nerve within my body may be oversensitive and painful. And I felt that yesterday because I was here for the first time yesterday and I was tossing and turning the whole night within the bed. But it was for me to understand. It was not for me like, oh my God, what it is getting me here. No, it was to understand that when the nervous system is triggered within, that is when you really want to work with the focus on what is it you want to manifest. What kind of the help do you want from Pleiadians here? Because see, Pleiadians, they offer us so much of the assistance. However, they are not gonna land out here beside me and just to do my job, right? Just to do it for me and says, there you go, Eva, here is just served for you on the golden plate. It would be wonderful, but I would not gain a learning experience. I would not gain the knowledge of how to do it, because that is something that will always take with us into our afterlife or wherever we are going to go. So as I am here sharing you energy from this wonderful water, I would move the phone and show you again. You have to just feel it. There are big ants crabbling around. However, they are not going to go into the water, right? I'm sharing that with you so you can utilize it. You can connect to that energy and you can apply it as this dash of the flavor in your own manifestation. Now, one more thing I would like to share with you, what I felt guided from the Pleiadians to share with you, is about the planet Maya in the Pleiades. So we commonly speak about the 7 planets with the different names, right? And the one of them is Maya. Now, from my memory or my astral travel, my visions, whatever you want to call it. Maya is volcanic planet. And obviously, what we remember from the past is extremely sophisticated culture. And this sophisticated culture figured out how to live inside of the planet and how to utilize the heat of the volcano to produce what we would call the electricity and the heat and a thriving life. So when I travel to Maya, I see it as this sort of, in the small explanation, as this beautiful aquarium that is just thriving with life, and you don't even know you are in the aquarium. You know that you are in this beautiful, thriving place. Every single time, it reminds me of inner Earth. Now, here on the Earth, there are so many stories of the ancients, right? The ancient aliens, and who believe in that. We believe that they have been here. They contribute toward the development of the Earth. They contribute toward a development of humanity, and they contribute toward the development of the inner Earth. Until today, we have a story of a UFO being seen flying out of the volcanoes. Now, I honestly have not done research how it is here in the Costa Rica, but I'm very familiar with the one in the Mount Shasta and the sites of the seeing of the UFO coming back and forth quite often. So, if there is a thriving inner planet world in the Maya, what if these ancients helped to develop it out here? And they always says, as above, so below. Don't look as far away. Don't look for such a complicated thing. Simplify them and look within. So if we look within ourselves and we bring the teaching within ourselves, that also bring us back toward the earth and inside to be connected with the earth and finding the beautiful nature, finding the answer, finding the way how we are going to thrive. So in this whole big story of the as above, so below, the macrocosm of the microcosm, Pleiadian constellation, Pleiadian DNA. If all 12 star nations contribute to our 12 strands of the DNA, and the human being stands for that +1, the 13 DNA, we merge them together, we become multi-dimensional species. And every single one of you who are here as a starseed, light worker, wave shower, rainbow child, whatever you call yourself, you are here to help the humanity to reach that step, to show them how we can become multidimensional. But for that, we have to not only embrace our human self as a number one, that make a peace with the animal that we are, that we live in, not that we are, but that we live within and inside. Then start embracing these other parts of our ancient ancestors, the extraterrestrial beings in our body. So the Pleiadian DNA or Pleiadian constellation is found within your heart organ. The heart meridian literally goes from side of your breast, inside of your hand to your pinky. So here is your beautiful pathway of the constellation of Pleiades. So think about it, within your beating heart, okay, within the physical organ, the story of Pleiades is embodied inside as unconditional love of God, of Creator, of whatever you call this vastness of this universe and beyond. The bugs really love us here unconditionally as well. So we bring it in. And then the next step, it has to go in your nervous system. So your body does have to get stressed out a little bit by the exercise or not sleeping enough. I hope that is not good. To reason, or sometimes even the overthinking kind of the things. That's when you get maybe you start worrying, maybe you again become anxious. But that is the point when you will avoid to replicating yourselves in that anxious, dysfunctional, unhappy way. And then you tell yourself, okay, this is the moment when I will choose to be happy. I will choose the happiness. I will choose the love. If there are volcanoes on the earth and there's more than one person on the earth, that remember that Maya is a volcanic planet with a thriving life inside, then there must be a way of have a thriving life inside of the earth. If there's a thriving life inside of the earth, what does earth always want to show us? That there's a thriving life within us, that we can be healthy, we can be happy, we can have a laugh, we can be successful, we can be whatever it is that we would like to be. All we have to do is believe enough in it, choose how it's gonna make us feel, bring it in, and then come that point when you feel a bit stressed out or anxious, make a different choice, choose a different action, and naturally a very different reaction will follow. And that's what this Pleiadian energy is about. That's what Pleiadians do teach us. They love us unconditionally, like the parents that never give up on you. How many thousands of years we are trying this kind of thing. And despite any circumstances in life, you choose that happiness. Now you may say, okay, it's very happy for you right now being in the little paradise. But as many of you know me, my life has not been a paradise. But I have chosen it and I wanted it for long enough. And if I can manifest it, if I can show you the way that it works, then you can do the same. Just follow the steps and do so. Now, with this, I will part with you and will enjoy the water. Let's say hello to my beautiful friend Anne, who's just running around like crazy up here. Enjoy the waters. There you go. It's just beautiful. And I'm gonna soak myself and gonna have a wonderful time. I wish you love and light from my heart and yours. You still have a few more days to go in the Pleiadian alignment. However, whenever you're up in Pleiadian alignment or no, this energy is accessible at any time. There's only for those 9 days in the May and 9 days in the November. It is a bit stronger than a whole year. But if you want something and you want it bad enough, it will happen, it will manifest in your life and you will connect to it. So, my sweet brothers and sisters of light, beautiful starseeds who learning how to be human, we are just learning. Have a wonderful time, love and light from my heart to yours.